Hello, welcome to this Civil 3D surface modeling tutorial. In this video, we are going to talk about adding breakline to a Civil 3D surface as wall type in a little bit more depth. Okay, I have this assembly in front of me where I have used two retaining wall, one on the left side and one on the right side, and then there are two drainage channel. This one you see, and then one over here. Okay. Now I need to remind you that Civil 3D, while creating surface, it does not like vertical faces in its surface modeling. Okay, what vertical surface I mean by that is that this vertical face, Civil 3D cannot model it correctly. And then you have the same faces, vertical faces over here as well, and same on the other side. So this is where the power of breakline, wall type breakline comes in. We can easily get rid of this inaccuracy in the surface. Okay, I have some mark points on my assembly. These green points you see, these are mark points of the same type and same name. Okay, we are going to use these mark points to create ourselves a surface. So let me just see the name of any mark point. Let's click on this mark point. As you can see, it's a mark point. And mark point, by the way, is a type of subassembly. So I will go to once it's selected, I will go to subassembly properties. We'll come to parameters, and I can see that its name is 0804.2020. Okay, then now I know. And by the way, all these green points, like I said, they have the same name and same description. So I'm gonna come to my corridor. I will right click on it, and then I will create myself a new surface, and I will call this surface as top surface, in fact. And I'm okay with the defaults, and data type that I will be using is feature line, and then I'm gonna add this 08.04.2020 because, as you remember, that code is coming from this mark point. So I will add this to my surface definition and will press OK. There you go. My surface has been created. If I go to my surface list, there is this new created surface called top surface. But unfortunately, there are some additional triangulation that I'm seeing here. Instead of going to corridor and adding, let's go to corridor again, properties. We can go to boundaries and then right click and corridor extent as outer boundary. Let's use this one first and let's see what happens. This surface has been trimmed somehow, but still there are some triangulation that I can see is additional. So we'll go to view, we'll make it a single viewport, and let's delete these points because we want to make sure the surface represents the way it should be. So I'll click on this delete legs. This one I don't want because these are additional. They seem additional. These are additional as well. Okay, I have deleted all these. Okay. So our surface is now clean. Okay, now I'm gonna go to home, sample line, and I will create myself a section somewhere here. Simple. Click on the sample line, create a section view. I'm okay with the default. I will create a section view over here. I think I have a layer. I just need to turn it off, this see height, because there are some things that I don't want to see. There it go. Now as you can see, when I try to create this section view, it gave me this uh, corridor in the section, which is correct, but I need to show uh, that other surface that we just created, this top surface in my section view. So let me come to view and click and use this 3 right viewport option. Okay, let me come to my section view. I will click on section view, go to section view properties, and let me turn on everything. Okay, I just need to see only one thing in my section view, and that is that newly created surface, I mean this top surface. I just need to show it. So I will click on the section view. I will go to sample more sources, because it's not it has not been sampled yet. So retaining wall top surface, retaining wall, because that's the name of the corridor it's coming from. Top surface is this one. So I will click on this and I will add it, and let me remove the other one, existing surface. Let me remove it. Retaining wall is the name of the corridor. I will remove it as well, and we will press OK. There you go. Now this surface does not represent what we have in the assembly. So what actually the problem is that these vertical faces, they are giving me the problem. Okay, so what actually I'm getting is, if I type in polyline, Civil3d right now is doing something like this. It is connecting this point with this one. Now up to this point there is no vertical issue, so it is just ignoring this point. Instead of it is adding itself to this point, and on the left side you can see the same thing again, vertical face. So it will ignore this point and it will come up to this point, and then again at this face is vertical, so it will ignore it. It will connect to this one, and again this is vertical face, so it will ignore this point, and then it will connect itself to this point. Again ignore vertical face, so it will ignore it and it will connect it to this point. Vertical face, it will ignore it, it will come to this point. Vertical face, it will ignore it and it will come to this point. Vertical face and this point. And as you can see, if I take in this line, this is exactly what I'm getting on the left side. Okay, so everywhere where we have these vertical faces, Civil3d is simply ignoring those points. Now how to refine the surface in such cases, or how to remove that inaccuracy, because we want to add this vertical face to our surface as well. So this is where adding breakline to a surface, excuse me, as wall type comes in. So I will come to my top surface. Instead I'm gonna change the style of the corridor. So I will come to corridor, right click and properties and codes, and code set style. I have a style called no display. It only shows few feature line only, and let us turn off that surface as well, because we don't want to show it in plan. So we'll change it to no display. So in plan you see some feature line, and these feature lines, if I go to my corridor, properties, feature lines, that's the feature line that I'm seeing in the plan right now. This 08.04.2020, that's the name of the point code giving me the feature line in the plan. And remember, name of this mark point is the same. Okay, now wherever we have that issue I mean wherever Civil3d is ignoring the point, we will simply delete those points. So over here, up to this point everything was okay, but Civil3d is ignoring this point, so we will delete it. No problem. Civil3d is ignoring this point as well, delete it. And so it's connecting this point and this one, and then vertical face it's ignoring this one. Let's delete this one too. Let's delete this one. Let me just bring that guy. Let's change its global thickness to a little bit, maybe 0.05. Let's change its color to red maybe, and bring it back to its actual location so we know where to delete points. So this point we are going to keep, this point we are going to keep, this we already have deleted, we are going to keep this point, we are going to keep this point, this we have deleted, and we are going to delete this one as well. And again we are going to delete this one as well. Let's delete this point as well. Let's delete this one, and let's delete this one. There you go. Now where we do not have those points, we need to add some other mark points over there. And for this I will come to home, I will come to this tool palette and mark point. Okay, I will create one mark point over here, and I will press enter. Okay, and then I can turn off this guy. This new mark point that I have added, I will go to subassembly properties and I will change its name to, let's say, since we will be adding this to our surface as breakline type wall, so I will call it wall. Okay, and I will copy the same thing and paste it here. Okay, there you go. Now I need to give it a different style. It already has taken a different style. These are green ones, and this is of some other type. So I will click on this, right click, copy to wherever Civil3d is ignoring points. I'm gonna add these points. Click on this, copy to one over here, copy to one over here, right click, copy to one over here, right click, copy to one over here, right click, copy to one over here, copy to one over here. There you go. Now we are done, and we are going to use these newly created points. We are going to use them to give us feature line in our corridor model. So I just need to rebuild the corridor, and I will come to retaining wall, this corridor, go to properties, and we'll uncheck. Somehow this is not being unchecked, so this wall, because name of this point is, if I go to subassembly properties, parameter, its name is wall. So in my corridor properties feature line, it is showing up here as wall. Okay, now I need to change its color. This is maybe we don't have to, but let's change its color some other. Let's call it I already have a style for it, wall. Okay, there you go. All these newly created points have created feature line in the plan view, and these cyan color are, I think cyan color, yes, all these are this feature line. So I will right click, select my corridor, and come to feature line from corridor. Okay, so I will click on this guy because this is the feature line coming from that newly created point code. So I'll click on it, and create dynamic link to the corridor. This is important. Keep it as it is. We'll press OK, and again OK, again OK. Okay, so I'm gonna create these feature lines. There you go. Press OK. Now you have feature line for you to play with. Now I'm going to come to my top surface and to see what the Civil3d does on over here to the surface. So I will right click this top surface, we'll go to definition and we'll click on breakline. But right now I'm gonna right click and add, and I will give this a description 1, but this is important. Change the type to wall. Press OK. Okay, now I will start from left to right, and we'll go to the right. So up to this point Civil3d already has created the surface in this part. I need to tell Civil3d to give me a flat surface over here, okay, in this view. Okay, so I know this point corresponds to this line. Okay, so I will select on, let me just yes, that's the first feature line. There are 4 feature lines that I have used on the left side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 on the right side as well. Right click this break line again, add 1, oops, sorry, 1, change it to wall type. Okay, click on this guy, auto code corridor feature line, press enter. Side, just click to the right side and enter option for wall heights. I'm okay with wall option. Now that's the crucial part. It says Civil3d is asking me to enter elevation difference for offset points or elevation. I know that from this point onward up to this point the total height is 0.81 plus 0.81, so I will click over here 0.81 and see what happens here. Okay, so I will click 0.81. there you go. If it does not work the way you expect, then we will just control Z. Let me try again. I will go to add break line 1, wall type, okay, this guy, enter, offset, all, elevation is 0.81. there you go. Now it worked perfectly. Okay, then again add break line. Now this face has been fixed. Now we need to fix this face. So I will come to break line again, 2, I will call it 2, wall, and I know this is my next feature line, so I will click on it, enter, side, let's say this side, all, and I know this difference is 1.07. okay, so I will tell it to come down minus 1.07. let's say what happens. There you go, it is fixing that surface over there. Okay, so this surface has been done as well. I mean, this vertical face has been done. Let's fix this one. Okay, so again break line, add, let's call it 3, wall, and add that third feature line, enter, and offset, all, enter, minus, because this difference is 0.10, this vertical difference is 0.10, so I will call it to go down minus 0.10, and there you go, it has been fixed for me over here. Next we have fixed this face as well. Let's fix this face. Again, break line, add 4 wall. Okay, let's select this 4th feature line, enter, and this time I will be going up, pick offset side, all, and I'm gonna go 0.1 meter up, and you can see that this channel has been modeled correctly. Now let's come to that other side, break line, add, let's give it a description of 5 wall. Okay, and let's select this feature line on the right side, click on it, and we need to see it over here as well. So I need to come down by a difference of 0.10. offset side, let's say this one. Okay, all minus 0.1. Perfect, it's working correctly up to this point. Add break line again, 6 wall type. Okay, let's select this second feature line. Like I said, now this face has been fixed. Let's fix this face. So this is the second feature line that I have selected. I will press enter, side this one, all, and we need to go 0.10 up. So let's see, there you go, perfect. Up to this point we are doing great. Now let us fix this vertical face. So 6th break line we have added so far, so I'll add new one, we'll call it 7 wall. Okay, and I know that's the 3rd feature line in my list. Okay, this side, and by the way, I know that this difference is 1.07, same as this one. Okay, 1.07. so I will tell it to go 1. First I need to press enter. 1.07 is the difference that I need to go up with, and there you go, perfect, it's going vertically up. Last one, add, we'll call it 8 wall. Okay, that last feature line, enter, and pick side this one, all, and let's say what we need to fix this last vertical face, and it is 0.81, I think, yes, 0.81. so we need to go down by a difference of minus 0.81. Perfect. Now as you can see, this surface has been modeled correctly and it is matching with what we have in our assembly. So I will just go to view, single view, and let me turn on the surface now. I will change its style to maybe this one. Okay, we'll select it and we'll just isolate it right now. Okay, so this is our surface. I have isolated it and I will go to object viewer. There you go, this is just only a surface perfectly modeled, and with the help of that break line, I mean adding break line as wall, see, I have achieved something that would not have been possible by using other means. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.